Hey guys, what's going on? It's me bringing you another video. Now, it's no secret that PlayStation has a large library of IP built up at this point. As a brand with a nearly 30-year history behind it now, there also happen to be a lot of beloved franchises that seem to have been left behind. Here's a few iconic PlayStation franchises that I think are due for a comeback. First up, Infamous. The Infamous franchise began on the PS3 in 2009 and had 3 generally well-received entries between that console and the PS4. The game was enjoyed by fans for its morality and choice system, as well as the fun superhero-esque combat. The story admittedly suffered a bit in the latest entry, but the fun premise and gameplay remained. While franchise studio Sucker Punch has since moved on to Ghost of Tsushima, they may be big enough to handle 2 projects at once, otherwise PlayStation could utilize one of its other studios or hire an outside studio to handle a new entry. Either way, as someone who found Infamous on a Target PS3 demo when I was 12 years old, and have been a fan ever since, here's hoping the franchise makes a return to show off the power of the PS5. Number 2, Killzone. The last time we saw Killzone on a home console was at the launch of the PS4, when Killzone Shadowfall was the only tentpole exclusive aside from Knack that helped kick off the PS4's lifespan. While the game did well to demonstrate the power of the hardware, it generally received lukewarm reception. It would be nice to see this franchise return, perhaps with a more multiplayer-centric focus than past entries. Sony has stated they have 10 live service games coming from their first and second party relationships in the next few years, and if significantly revamped for a more modern audience, Killzone could live on in this form. Franchise developer Guerrilla Games has moved on to the Horizon series, but might be big enough to handle another project. Otherwise, another studio within Sony's stable may be able to take control of this once important IP. Number 3, SOCOM. Similar to Killzone, SOCOM was once a major shooter for PlayStation. As a third-person tactical shooter, however, it targets a slightly different audience. This may give it room to also coexist within the PlayStation ecosystem. I could easily see SOCOM pivoted to another live service game. It almost seems built for it. It would be very easy to implement engaging multiplayer with cool unlockables to keep players online. Though a title hasn't been released in the franchise since 2011, and developer Zipper Interactive has since closed its doors, Sony could once again utilize its large breadth of first-party studios or second-party relationships to create a new entry in this franchise. Number 4, Uncharted. Many would argue that 2016's Uncharted 4: A Thief's End was a perfect conclusion to franchise protagonist Nathan Drake's story. While this may be true, there could be room yet for new faces to take center stage in a new entry. Rumors have recently been swirling regarding a new Uncharted game, and with the relative success of the recent film based on this IP, you can bet this isn't one that Sony wants to leave on ice for too long. One of PlayStation's most iconic franchises, it would be very nice to see a new game picked up, although now may be the time to let a new studio take the reins, as Naughty Dog has since moved on and a new team could offer new perspective on a franchise that's already several games deep. And lastly, but certainly not least, Sly Cooper. PlayStation has had a lot of 3D mascot platformers over the years. Crash Bandicoot, Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, Knack, Little Big Planet, and Astrobot, just to name a few. But another one of these beloved IP is the Sly Cooper series. The last title released in the Sly franchise was 2013's Thieves in Time. That game was developed by Sanzaro Games, which has since been acquired by Meta, and original franchise developer Sucker Punch has gone on to make Infamous and Ghost of Tsushima. With a fun, lighthearted cast of characters and a focus on stealth gameplay, Sly was a nice spin on the platforming genre. Sucker Punch may be big enough to handle a new entry alongside their other projects, but Sony has already shown that they're not afraid to outsource this IP to another studio. Hopefully we'll see this thieving raccoon and his friends back in action sooner rather than later. Anyways, that's all I've got for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.